As a professional media house committed to ethical broadcasting, we hereby offer a retraction on a news story aired on 13th February 2024 concerning the 23 local government chairmen in Rivers State. It was reported that the council chairman had vowed not to pay the approved minimum wage and promotion of local government workers as approved by the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara. It was stated that they intended to take legal action to stop the governor. Upon further investigation, we have found that the report was inaccurate and unsubstantiated. We deeply regret any confusion or misinformation caused by our earlier report. It is our commitment to provide accurate and reliable information as we have always done. A report just coming in says the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, NATO, has suspended its planned nationwide strike. Well, this followed the meeting with the federal government and stakeholders. NATO members had stopped lifting petroleum products over the high cost of automotive gas oil, also known as diesel, which is used to fuel their trucks for the movement of petroleum products across Nigeria. Well, earlier today, the Rivers State chairman of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Tekena Ikbaki, assured Nigerians that the government is working hard to resolve the ongoing petrol scarcity. Meanwhile, the federal government says it has uncovered 32 routes through which food items are smuggled out of Nigeria. Vice President Kashim Shettima disclosed this in Abuja today. He said 45 trucks loaded with maize were intercepted while making their way to neighboring countries. In the meantime, the federal government is now threatening to open the borders to enable cement importation if Nigeria's cement manufacturers refuse to reduce the price of the commodity in the country. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, said this during an emergency meeting with cement and building materials manufacturers. Mr. Dangiwa, who issued the threat, said key input materials for cement production such as limestone, clay, silica sand and gypsum sourced within the nation's borders should not be dollar rated. Well, earlier, some cement dealers in Port Harcourt reacted to an agreement by cement manufacturers to reduce the price of a 50 kg bag of cement to between 7,000 naira and 8,000 naira.
We the builders, we are stranded. We don't know how to move forward. We don't know how to complete our projects. We've started since the price of cement is 11,000. We heard that they had a meeting about this price. I want them to do something reasonable about it, to bring it down to like 3 or 2,500 at it were before.
Many boys we suppose do work through the cement. They no fit now for my shop they empty because I no fit go buy that high price. Even if I go buy the high price, who go come follow me? No fit buy the cement. Yesterday, I been sell 12,500 naira, but for now this morning I know how much they go sell.
They will go on strike. Buy that cement for 8,000. Buy that cement for 1,500. Except they don't want people to build house again.
Some residents of Port Harcourt have expressed concerns of the ongoing hardships and sufferings in the country following the resurgence of fuel scarcity and the subsequent increase in the cost of transportation. In interviews with our correspondent, some of them appealed to the federal government to intervene and alleviate the burdens of the masses.
Normally from Adajo US State to Ikoku is normally 200, but now it's 250. While from Ikoku to Lagos bus stop 100 naira, now it's 150. So it's increased just a little, but the drivers were threatening that from tomorrow going to increase more and more.
Transport then we used to use 500 naira go and come, now it's 1,000 plus. They should do something about it. It's not easy for $1 now, about 1,700. I really suffering this country.
For me to get to work, this month was a big problem because there was no movement of cars.
The cope now is very hard. I don't know what the government is planning for us. I don't know whether they are always impressed when we are sad like this. They should reverse fuel subsidy removal.
Our correspondent reports that the cost of transportation has significantly risen in various routes across Port Harcourt, with many commuters stranded and scrambling for taxis. Fare from Ozuoba to Rumosi, which previously cost 100 naira, has now increased to 150 naira. The fare from Choba to Mile 3, previously at 500 naira, now ranges between 600 naira to 700 naira, while fare from Rumokoro to Choba has risen from 400 naira to 500 naira, while that of Ukbolu to Rumosi is now 200 naira, up from 150 naira. Now, as the world marks Social Justice Day today, Social Justice Crusader Jackson Ominazu says the current economic hardship faced by Nigerians is as a result of the government's economic injustice against citizens. We're speaking to our correspondent, Dr. Ominazu, the Chancellor of the International Society for Social Justice and Human Rights, called on leaders who cannot guarantee the social and economic justice of Nigerians to resign.
If we are talking about World Justice Day, we should look at the economic justice of Nigerians. It is a right of Nigerians to get economic justice. There have not been any proactive measures to ameliorate suffering of Nigerians. You cannot tell a poor family to go and use 80,000 naira which to buy a bag of rice. Today we are buying at 12,500 a bag. Any government that cannot provide economic justice for the citizens, it's not worth being a government. Why we are calling on the government of Nigeria to provide economic justice for Nigeria.
World Day of Social Justice is an annual global celebration that highlights the importance of promoting social justice by addressing issues such as unemployment, poverty, exclusion, gender inequality, human rights and social protection. The theme, Bridging Gaps, Building Alliances, was chosen by the United Nations to emphasize the importance of collaboration and partnership in addressing the world's challenges. In other news, the 5 special advisors recently sworn in by Governor Siminalayi Fubara have been assigned portfolios. A statement said Darlington Orji is now the special advisor to the governor on political affairs and strategy. Solomon Eke is the special advisor on power. Aminayana Sam Fiberisima is the special advisor on sustainable development goals. Deya Barenye is the special advisor to the governor on project monitoring and implementation, while Obi Ohia is the special advisor on environmental sanitation. A former member of the House of Representatives, Pioneer Commissioner of Environment and Ecology, Poworiso Samuel Hosfor, has been appointed leader of the Simplified Movement in Asari-Toro local government area. Well, this was made known to newsmen over the weekend. In his response, Mr. Hosfor thanked the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, for finding him worthy to lead the Simplified Movement in Asalga, assuring him of massive support of the people of the area. He also praised the leadership qualities of the Asalga Federal House of Representatives, Boma Goodhead, whom he described as a woman of substance, whose dogged and unflinching support for the Fubara administration is unparalleled, while the leader of Asalga Simplified Movement, Poworiso Hosfor, called on the people of Asari-Toro local government area to support the administration of Governor Fubara, describing the governor as the best for Rivers people and the development of the state. Still to come, bill to establish state police passes second reading. Stay tuned. Youth leaders and key stakeholders in the Niger Delta region have expressed dissatisfaction over the delay in the implementation of the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC Hope Project. We're speaking during a media briefing in Port Harcourt. The national leader, Coalition of Niger Delta Youth Leaders, Adokiye Mujitab, highlighted that communities in the Niger Delta have donated lands as part of their equity to ensure the swift execution of the project. Mr. Mujitab emphasized that stakeholders believe in the Hope Project to improve the lives of Niger Deltans and will not watch anybody frustrate the efforts of the board.
We are not comfortable with the slow pace at which the NDDC is running the project. We demand on the MD and the management board to look inward and remove every obstacle in terms of management bureaucracy that may tend to delay or frustrate the smooth implementation of the whole project in line with the original blueprint as presented during the commissioning of the project. We want to see where the car recycling factory will be, see the agricultural farms, the dairy farms. We want to see where they are manufacturing goods as they told us. We want to see when the 10,000 youths in Niger Delta will be employed.
Also speaking, the former Special Advisor on Youth, NDDC, Alfred Etuk, stressed the importance of allowing the Hope Project to thrive in the region.
This process should be allowed to fly because this is one time that NDDC wants to get it right. After spending so many years and so much money in this region, this is one time that the hope of the Niger Deltans has been rekindled. We are 110% in support of this project, and for that reason, we will not tolerate or accept anybody, be it from the inside, be it from outside. If you want to stop this project, please count yourself as an enemy of Niger Delta because it has never happened before. Because the MDDR has good intentions for the.
On his part, the Executive Director of Relief International Africa, Green Isaac, National President, Niger Delta Youth Movement, Prince Bobo, and Mr. Stone Newton also spoke to our correspondent.
We are not asking for contracts. We have seen how much money has passed through the NDDC in the name of contracts. Over 6 trillion naira has passed through the NDDC. As we speak, nothing can be written about it. 13,800 abandoned projects in the NDDC is not a child's play. The youth today are coming together as stakeholders in the region to say we need to be empowered.
The project MD promised us that we start by December. February is almost going and the project is here to start. Just imagine the name Project Hope. Anything that will make this project not to work from now till the end of this month, those in charge that is trying to thwart it, they should be ready for any action that comes for us as leaders.
We want the youth to harmonize, to partner with the Hope project and work for the betterment of their tomorrow.
Recall that the coordinator of the Project Hope initiative, Blessing Fubara, in a statement made available to newsmen, said certain challenges had delayed the smooth kickoff of the project. But he said the board will on Friday, 23rd February, interface with the people of the region to take stock of their challenges and find ways to address them. The House of Representatives passed for second reading a bill to provide for the establishment of state police in the country. Well, the bill, sponsored by the Deputy Speaker of the House, Benjamin Kalu, and 14 others, seeks to alter the relevant sections of the 1999 Constitution to pave the way for states to establish their policing outfits. On the foreign scene, the US has vetoed a resolution at the UN demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza after proposing its draft urging a temporary ceasefire. But the US said the Algerian proposed resolution would jeopardize talks to end the war. And that's the news. But before we go, let's take a look at the highlights. Petroleum tanker drivers have suspended their strike. The federal government has threatened to open borders to reduce the price of cement. And on the foreign scene, the US has vetoed call for the immediate ceasefire in Gaza. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Constance Mega. Thank you for listening.